All right, it is Monday, June 1st. It's June. How about that?
It's June. My gosh.
Thank goodness.
I didn't even realize that.
Oh,
That's right.
We're getting closer.
We are.
And we are here with Sunny Hostin. Hello, Sunny.
Hi, Brian.
Before we get started, we walked out today on the show to Young MC Bust a Move.
Yes.
Which was a lot of fun. And we talked about this America 250 concert. And I was a little embarrassed to admit this, but the truth is, all those acts that dropped out, I was here for them. I was kind of excited.
Who doesn't want to see the Commodores?
I mean, the Commodores, Morris Day and the Time.
Yeah, Morris Day and the Time.
Yeah, Jungle Love.
It would have been great.
I would have been. I would have been here
great.
for all those things, even Vanilla Ice. I'm sorry.
I like a Ice Baby.
And so we were talking about this, and it led us down. And I'll also say this: Milli Vanilli, while lip syncers.
They were lip syncers, but that was a jam.
That was a jam. I mean, Blame It on the Rain. Blame it on the rain that was falling. Yeah, I mean,
girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you.
I mean, there you go, right there. So we have that. And then you and I were talking on the commercial break about first albums that we actually bought. And I was surprised to hear yours.
My first album was Wild Cherry. And the big song on it was Play That Funky Music, White Boy.
Right, when we got there from Vanilla Ice, who did
it was my favorite.
cover of it.
It was my favorite. And my first record was Rapper's Delight.
I mean, that's one to hang your hat on. How about first concert?
First concert was Bobby Brown.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I yelled out, "I'm your tenderoni."
All right, and you've done that since.
I have. I love Bobby Brown.
All right, so that's good. My first tape was slightly embarrassed to admit it, but it was He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. It was all right.
It's valid.
I know it all by heart.
It was a bop.
It was a bop. And then I also had a tape of Thriller, which everybody had.
Everybody had that.
1984.
I was going to say I had that. I had The Wall. Off the Wall.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of albums, actual like vinyl.
Yeah.
And do you know that I gave them away to the Salvation Army?
They're all anyone listens to now.
So
you got me a
valuable
turntable
now.
years ago for
Christmas,
which I still have, and my both my daughters have
they have
record players
vinyl
now. Yeah, and they love it.
Love
they have
it.
all Broadway soundtracks.
I love it.
And then my first concert, really embarrassing. It was Paula Abdul, opened for by Color Me Bad.
Hey,
I enjoyed
ooh,
it. Yeah,
I wanna sex you up.
Hip hop, you don't stop. All right,
They're valid choices.
I enjoyed it very much. That was a big date for me, actually. All right, so we did that. We had fun, and then we got into a little bit of hot topics. And I think this was something that you got to touch on, but I think you wanted to talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
Trump's $1.77 billion anti-weaponization fund. It's been temporarily blocked by a federal judge. You kind of implied this was restoring your faith in the justice system a little bit.
Gosh, I was so proud to be a lawyer. I really was, because I'm like, what is the Supreme Court doing? Because, the Supreme Court has disappointed me terribly. And I'm a member of the Supreme Court bar and have written amicus briefs. And I was just so discouraged and disappointed after, reading Justice Sotomayor's dissent, saying, the stench of this decision, that kind of thing. And speaking to Justice Ketanji about some things. And then all of a sudden, you've got these, I think it was 35 federal judges get together and they write a letter to the judge that had that case. And they're like, we can do something about this. So they put their legal hats on and federal judges, it's very difficult to become a federal judge. And a lot of them have, well, it used to be, but most of them that were appointed before the Trump administration were federal prosecutors who then were superior court judges, state court judges, then federal court judges, and then perhaps federal appellate court judges. I mean, really, really intellectuals. And they got together, and this judge decided to just put a stop to it and is reviewing the very basis of the lawsuit, which is what she wanted to do. And what Trump did was, and Todd Blanche, his personal lawyer, basically, who's now the acting attorney general, they just pulled the lawsuit and settled it before the hearing on the actual suit. So that's a little
Right, so
bit
now
inside
he's
baseball, but
reopening the original lawsuit.
yes,
And
she is.
she's trying to ascertain whether or not this was a plan or a scheme from the beginning.
Whether it was a plan or a scheme, and whether or not the parties were adverse enough. Because in order to bring a federal case, you have to have adverse parties. It's Trump and his administration. It's Trump against the IRS that works for him. I mean, there's no adversity there. So I actually think that this is going to go away. And I love that for him, because there has to be a system of checks and balances. And we know Congress is not going to do it, but the judicial branch is doing it. And it makes me proud.
You mentioned this on the show. There was an article in the New York Times about lawyers in federal government.
Yes.
And the report revealed that approximately 1 in 5 lawyers who worked in the federal government 18 months ago no longer do.
Yeah.
More than 10,000 lawyers.
More than 10,000.
That's really surprising to me. Were you surprised by this?
It wasn't surprising to me, because I am part of, it's like a group of federal, anybody who's been a federal prosecutor, it's an organization. And I can't begin to tell you how many people on our email list or on our threads are like, I'm
Walking
with this
away.
law firm now. I'm working over here. I'm in-house counsel for this. And I saw it enough times to know that there was a mass exodus. Some people were fired, but a lot of people just left. And what was sad for me, some of the lawyers that left were the best of the best. They were lawyers that I worked with. One of the lawyers that was my office mate was Judge Florence Pan, who is now on the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, which is the second most powerful federal court in the country, other than the Supreme Court. And a lot of Supreme Court justices come from that. She's actually generally one of the on the short list for the Supreme Court, and she would be, I believe, the first Asian woman on the Supreme Court. And in speaking to people like that, it wasn't a surprise. People are just doing the right thing, I think, and refusing to litigate cases that have no real legal merit. And what I will also tell you is some judges that I've spoken to, federal judges, tell me that the quality of the presentations from federal prosecutors has taken a nosedive.
Well,
they can't believe how these lawyers have become federal prosecutors. Well, it's usually the best of the best.
Walking away for a moral reason as opposed to being fired, but you do then have to take into account who's going to get these jobs, and is it the right thing to do to leave? Having been a part of this, you were a federal prosecutor. How do you think you would have fared?
I would have left.
You would have left.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're basically asking you to bring cases that have no legal merit. It's against your oath. You take an oath not to the President of the United States, but you take an oath to uphold the Constitution, and you take an oath to represent the people of the United States. So to sort of wage this war against
we don't have details on it.
The citizens of the United States, you would be failing your oath.
I saw the prosecutor in the James Comey seashell case is apparently changed now also.
Yeah.
So I mean,
people
again, we
are
don't know
leaving.
why, but
They're just not going. We're the good guys,
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a really powerful position. You could put people in jail for the rest of their lives, or if it's a death penalty case, people will die based on your work. You can't stay and do it in good conscience. You can't do it.
We have a big show tomorrow.
We do.
We have former First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, is with
Yes.
us. What do you want to hear from her? We had a conversation about her book on Friday.
You know, I'm also moderating a discussion with her. She's asked me to moderate a discussion with her on Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm actually going to do that. And Jill Biden and I have become friends. I think she's an honest person.
Mm-hmm.
And in reading her book, it's pretty vulnerable and it's pretty honest, but she's ride or die.
Yeah.
For that husband. I mean, she loves her husband desperately, dearly.
That's lovely.
It's really obvious that they have a loving relationship and marriage. And but I do want to hear a couple things. I want to hear how she truly felt when the country and so many people in the Democratic Party sort of just went against him, right? They came out and said, you have to leave, which was probably a very painful truth. I want to know how she felt about that. And I also want to know how she felt about that debate performance. I mean, we've gotten a little bit.
Yeah, but hearing it from the excerpts of the book and hearing her talk about it.
Yeah, I want to hear that. And I want to hear how he's doing now because, you know, by all accounts, he's got a pretty aggressive form of cancer that's metastasized. I want to know how he's doing.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay. No, I think there's going to be some tough questions for her too.
Yes.
But it's interesting. And then I know you are close to many people in that campaign and
I am.
May or may not have been the reason Kamala lost. So I'm curious to get your perspective on this.
Well, I'm also interested in, because Kamala, the former vice president, has a different perspective.
Yeah.
As to than what I read.
We talked.
In Jill
Kamala
Biden's
had a book too. So
yeah, I read Kamala's book.
Yeah.
And then I read Jill's book, and the two seem to be coming at it from a very different perspective.
Yeah, I'm really curious to how we reconcile those things.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it, because Kamala basically says, you know, the Bidens didn't help me. They kept me out. Jill never liked me. You know, they asked for complete loyalty. They didn't consider anyone else in terms of making the decision for Joe to run. They asked for this loyalty. And Jill, on the other hand, sort of writes like, we love Kamala and Doug, and we thought they would be in the White House. So it just, there's something there. And I'm curious.
Jill has been defending her husband, as we've talked about. So that makes me want to get an update on your fight with Manny that you told us about last week. Has he been unblocked on Instagram?
He has been. Mm-hmm. He was very upset about the podcast.
He listened to the podcast. Is he a Bri guy?
He's not a Bri guy.
No? Okay.
And he didn't know about the podcast.
Yeah, well, that happens.
And my mistake was that I collaborated on the clip.
Mm-hmm.
And although I had blocked him,
yes,
his fraternity brothers and his best friend do follow me on Instagram.
Oh.
And saw the post.
And he could probably see it because The View had it. Yeah.
And then proceeded to forward the entire podcast to him.
Okay, so he was not happy.
No.
A lot of people saw that clip.
Apparently about 700,000.
Yeah. Well, hey, power of the podcast.
And so I have since apologized.
Oh my goodness, you apologized
to him for
not the original sin, but for airing it here on the show.
Yes.
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 Okay.
I did, and I have unblocked him at his request.
Has he looked inward at all to the original sin of his Mother's Day behavior, or not really?
Not really.
All right, so now here's the question. Coming up is Father's Day.
Correct.
What will you do? And in the past, you've talked about the fact that you've kind of made sure everyone came through on Father's Day. You've kind of puppeteered Father's Day to make sure.
I have.
So will you, there's two options here as far as I can see it. You can do nothing and he can get what he sows, or you can go over the top, make it the best Father's Day ever, and make him feel bad about it.
Well, I haven't quite decided what I would like to do yet.
Yes.
Because my father, I always do spend
That's
Father's
true.
Day with him. My friend Regina, my best friend, also had a crappy Mother's Day.
Oh.
And so she is also upset. She has decided to take her husband to Cancun for Juneteenth.
Okay. Same weekend?
Which actually is Father's Day weekend.
Okay.
So it would not be a Father's Day trip.
It'd be a Juneteenth trip.
It would be a Juneteenth trip. And I may join that trip.
Oh, so he would be alone on Father's Day.
No, I will invite him and my father. And we will, on Sunday, celebrate them.
Okay. See, I think that's very,
But the entire trip,
yes, will not be about Father's Day.
no.
No. I prefer the month of June to be about Father's Day.
I know.
I like it to start now.
I know.
And, yeah.
But isn't every day Father's Day for you guys?
No, it's not. I have to be honest with you, Sonny.
Are you
It's-
sure?
It's Mother's Day every day.
See, in my house, like every day's Father's Day.
So the question everybody's asking, if Manny, Father's Day or Father's Day weekend, gets a massage at this resort,
Juneteenth weekend.
Juneteenth weekend, will you pay for it?
I'm not a vengeful person.
No. Well, no. Well, okay.
So
All right. We're excited.
I think that I will.
You'll pay for the massage.
I believe so.
Okay. So you're going high when you're not going to the Earth's crust.
It's to be determined.
To be determined. All right.
I'm really conflicted.
Speaking of the family, I heard that Gabe moved away to Costa Rica. Like, that seems insane to say out loud. What happened?
I don't know. So
As soon as he got rid of the Life 360 on his phone.
it was so crazy, Brian.
Yes.
So he had a research. He was doing some research at Yale.
Yes.
And then he was teaching geometry to fourth graders in the South Bronx.
Lovely.
It was lovely. He was giving back to community.
That's great.
So that was over. And then I get a photograph of a board, like a
Airline board departures.
board departures that said JFK to post Costa Rica. And his feet in the picture. And I responded, what is this? And he said, I'm going to Costa Rica. I assumed that meant for a trip because he actually is a big surfer.
Yeah.
And there's the School of the World is a world-renowned surfing school in Costa Rica. Costa Rica has some of the best surfing in the world.
I've seen photos of him doing it. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
he's an excellent surfer. And he was trained by this guy at that school 5 years ago. A trip that I paid for because I know he likes to surf. And you also take Spanish classes as well. So it's great.
That's great.
And so he said I figured he was going to go to School of the World for a week. There's a hotel there and everything. And he was going to come home. And that was like a month ago. So
So he lives in Costa Rica now.
I called him and I said, hey, babe, are you still in Costa Rica? And he said, yes. Because I don't have the Life 360, so I don't know where he is.
Right.
And he's like, where's Waldo at this point? And he said, yes. And I said, oh, well, are you coming home or should I visit you there?
Yes.
And he said, come through. I said, so are you living there? And he said, yes.
What about his stuff?
His stuff is, I don't know.
All right.
He's adulting. I mean, he
he's-
made money.
Yeah, clearly.
And he's frugal. So he has, I still look at his bank account.
You think he's like sleeping on the beach somewhere? Like, what's happening?
I'm assuming
He found a girl.
I don't know what's happening.
He found a girl who's putting him up.
I don't know
Yeah.
what
He's
is
living the dream.
happening. I mean, he is in the process of he has a couple of job offers. But right now he's living in Costa Rica.
Because of my who I am and being like a Gen X guy who views everything through the television of the 90s, in my head, he's like Dylan McKay from Beverly Hills 90210. That's how he is. He's got money. He doesn't really spend it. He surfs all day.
That's my son.
Yeah. Torn between two girls.
He's a brilliant kid.
Yeah.
He is a voracious reader and he's an athlete and he loves the water and he scuba dives and surfs and he loves the hot weather and
Not
the
bad.
beach. He's like, every time I say something to someone, they were like, what a great life choice.
What a great life.
What
He's
a great
definitely met a girl,
life.
though, just so we're clear.
That he's
met
what?
a girl or several girls.
I'm
and-
thinking, but
yeah.
it just, he's surfing. He's posting pictures of himself surfing.
Who's taking the photos, Sonny?
Wow.
Someone's taking the pictures.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, someone's got to have the camera and the phone taking the pictures. Interesting. He's going to come home. It's going to be like that episode of the Cosby Show where she came home with Elvin, and then it's like, oh, this is my husband now. That's what's gonna happen.
If he does that, I've lost all of my helicopter parenting.
Yeah, I know.
All of my tiger
You're gonna
mom
meet a nice
parenting.
Costa Rican girl.
And it's just, this is what happens.
Yeah. Well, God bless him.
I thought I had done so well.
You did. He's living a dream life. As a parent, that's what you want. You want your kid to be happy. And I can't think of anything that would make me happier than living in Costa Rica with some girl who's taking photos of me.
You know what I will say?
Yeah.
Right before I got off the phone with him,
Yes.
which was just this weekend, it was yesterday actually, I said, sweetheart, are you happy? And he said, Mom, I am so happy.
What else can you want?
I know.
There you go.
I know.
I've never been as happy as your son in Costa Rica.
That's how, I don't think I've ever been that happy. He sounds happy and
That's
he
great.
looks happy.
That's great.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, more to come.
I'm going to visit Costa Rica now.
All right. If you are Gabriel's secret girlfriend from Costa Rica, hit us up on the Behind the Table podcast.
Yes.
Leave us a 5-star review.
Yes. Hit us up. Call in.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I
think it'd be great.
DM me.
Yeah.
DM the show.
Yeah. I think it'll be great. We'll find out more about him.
I'm curious.
I'm curious too. Thank you for joining me today, Sonny.
Thank you, Brian.
We can collab with the girlfriend. Tomorrow we'll have Dr. Jill Biden with us. Big show.
Yes, big show.
And afterwards, Anna Navarro will join us here on the podcast.
Yes.
And we'll see you then.